So this is the part of our show where we have a fishbowl. We call this the fishbowl section. And we pass the fishbowl around and we ask each other a question. Stephen, why don't I let you do the honors first, and you can ask Mr. Yang a quickie.
All right. What's your most important tool besides the camera itself?
I think it's my personality, I guess. I just don't take things too seriously, and I think I make people comfortable because I'm self-deprecating and kind of weird, and I get a lot of great pictures just from me saying nonsensical things and people making funny faces because they're like, what the hell? So yeah, so that's my tool, my weird brain.
So I think you can ask Stephen now a question. I think it's only fair.
All right. Pick a good one here. Stephen, what's the most dangerous situation you've been in to get a photo?
Actually, I have one of those. I was with my parents, and we were in Washington, D.C., and the White House, it was Christmas. There was a huge tree in the Christmas lawn, and I thought it would be really great to sort of get a picture of the White House glowing off of one of these massive crystal Christmas balls. And so I went in there and I'm positioning the camera and, you know, on B or whatever, because there's not that much light, so it takes like 30 seconds to snap. And then I hear this woman on the megaphone, wait, stop. You know, and like I don't know, I just freaked out and I started running. And this woman was running after me, and my parents were there, and she was like, oh my God, and she was just crying and hysterical. And she's like, you could have been shot. Like, we were really, because I crossed over, it was just dumb. I don't know.
Crossed the barrier?
I crossed some barrier, and yeah, I was in Secret Service territory.
What was your most dangerous situation?
I had a couple. One was I was at the Belmont Stakes somehow, and I ended up crossing. I was there like at the 8th race, which is the main one, and I didn't know there was a 9th race. So I was crossing over. I heard a simultaneous roar of the crowd, and then horses coming. So the horse trampling, and the dangerous one I think was actually, it happens just to be this one, the Danny Boyle picture. That roof was actually dangerous looking, and I can't believe like a big Hollywood director would agree to stand on this ledge, this far from actually falling off the ledge.
Really? What was below him?
Broadway. Well, over here is the roof that I'm on, and over here is Broadway. But I'm on the edge of a ledge right here, and I knew we were in trouble when he's like, hold on, stop the shoot. You're gonna have to get away from the ledge if we're gonna keep the shoot going. And I was looking over, and I was right on the edge, and kind of my Apple box was on the ground, and I was going all around, and as my assistant said, I was kind of Mr. Magooing it a little bit. So everyone had cold sweats when I was watching over, and I think I was a lot closer to falling off there.
This will be to Peter.
Oh, okay.
All right, Peter, what living person would you like to photograph the most that you haven't already photographed?
Number one is Bruce Lee, but he's passed on. I think it would be incredible to photograph Tom Waits. I've been a huge fan of his music and just images of him for a really long time. And I think he'd be like incredible to collaborate with. And I just got my Anton Corbijn Tom Waits book.
How is it?
Finally, it's amazing. Yeah, it's so many pictures I haven't seen, and just a really beautiful book.
Peter Yang, thank you. You're an amazing photographer. So glad to
thank you so much
have you
for
on the
having
show.
me.
You are an inspiration for a lot of people, and
super honored to be here. Thanks so much.
Stephen Allen, thank you so much. You're a great artist, and we're very lucky to be able to have you on the show. So thank you for coming and being a part of Capture.
Thank you very much for having me.
That was one of the most fun things that I've ever gotten to do, was be guest editor at Vanity Fair. You know, it's one of those things that you throw out there as a suggestion. Why don't you let me edit one? You just don't think they're gonna let you do it.
This piece here was 1992 or something. I think I had Photoshop 2.0. I was the only photographer that I knew that had Photoshop.
The best part of the day, though, was in order to get that attitude from Steve Martin, you know, he was, pretending to be the tour guide. He started doing the voice that he does like in The Jerk.
You were going into a world where all the dysfunction, all the pain, all the stuff was like right there, and every cliche that I'd ever seen in a prison movie was there.